Hey folks, and welcome back to Rimworld and our playthrough of the bad guys. It has been a little while. We'll try and catch up. We've got a few things to do. I envision us getting a few major things done this episode. So, first off, we have a prisoner that we are working to recruit, if I'm not mistaken. I just missed a ding. Are a little rusty here. You have Alzheimer's? Oh, right. You're starting to come back to me now. You don't like the cooked cannibalism, but you're jealous? Oh, you're bloodlust, pyromaniac. Yeah, you're kind of probably going to be a problem, but the double passion for crafting, and I can envision you becoming an expert crafter someday. Then again, you are already, you're only 50. The Alzheimer's will cause you to, I think, maybe wander a little bit confused from time to time, but otherwise it's no big deal. So we'll work on that. How's it going so far? Pretty well. Resistance is getting low, and then the difficulty won't be that high. CMIM recommended getting a flower pot in this prison, which I think is a great idea. As it stands right now, it's pretty raggedy. And, you know, if you want to recruit someone, it does help to have a nicer place. That's part of the reason why we kind of left this table in here. We're kind of going both ways. We have lighting and decent beds and enough space and a table, but we're also feeding them human meat, so it's not all good. And the floor looks like crap, basically. Ideally I would get a statue in here, but we really have been falling behind on our art, and nothing's really getting done. We don't have any extra pieces laying around. This is almost getting full, by the way, but we are working to mine this out, and this will become kind of a raw material storage room is the plan. But coming back up to Rachel here, yeah, I think we will go ahead and get that flower pot in. That will provide a nice little beauty boost. I would love to floor everything, but we don't really have... I mean, we have the stone to do it, I guess, but all of our stone is basically granite, which is the strongest of the stones. So I would like to make sure we have enough saved for use in any exterior walls on new structures and things. So I'm hesitant to put it down for these kind of rooms. I would love to use wood, but being on the kind of a desert map... Well, we're not on a desert. We are on a arid shrubland. So the next closest thing. We just don't grow that many trees. So she's right now getting human meat, which she'll hate. Right? I guess that counts as cooked cannibalism. This nutrient paste dispenser, I suppose, is technically cooked. Can I reconnect some of these? I guess not. But anyway, it's taking way too long just to get a simple plant plot in here. Plant pot. I'll put one at the end of the table too, so it's close to her bed, or maybe just up here. Maybe just up there. Now, this will require tending, but Rain is such a phenomenal grower that he's a 13 and climbing. Nash is a 10. Our growers will get on top of it. I mean, they're already handling these massive plots of land, which is another thing we got to get done today. We already destroyed this. I mean, these are just way too far away. They're sort of placed to be close to our old base, which is sort of in this area here. And I'd like to just move them all down. We have a new plot here, which is smoke leaf, which is okay, but I do want to get hay growing very close to the barn. I don't know if we're growing any hay at all at the moment. I'm going to just start putting some zones down, and then where they should be, and then I'll see what's left over and what we need. So we won't worry about this looking too even. I'll leave a pathway for people to walk that's a little bit faster that we'll eventually pave. And I think this will be enough hay. But I don't want our grazers to eat it before it's done. They can, and it's, you know, it's not the worst thing ever if they do. But it is more efficient for them not to eat this until it's fully harvested. So we'll go ahead and make that a little bit more efficient for us. And I don't want them eating the smoke leaf, which I believe they will. The trees, they won't touch. These are also tree plots, I believe. So we've got a plot here. Stay away from that. Which is what? Oh, Drago tree. Okay, well, that's fine. Now, this smoke leaf and psychoid, I think I'm going to move down. And eventually they'll be stored maybe in here, close to our drug production. Our drug lab is up here, so maybe something... Let's see, do we have hay grass growing here? Oh, this is rice. Probably more rice than we need. We're really... Since that food scare, we've been just... having a ton of food. Yeah, we could cut rice out entirely and be fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and change this over to smoke leaf. Okay, and they'll harvest what they can. Yeah, they'll harvest all the rice first, so that'll be fine. We've got potato here. We've got heel root here, Drago tree, a separate heel root, which is a little annoying. This is more rice. I'm going to convert that to corn now that we're caught up. So we'll take the efficiency. It grows slower, so our growers will have a little bit more free time on their hands while they're waiting for that to grow. Got Drago tree up here. Yeah, I'd like to get more wood going than we have. And so I'll go ahead and kill this smoke leaf patch. I don't want to come... You have to click it at just the right pace to... I should have just disallowed sowing. Oh, you know, we were kind of utilizing the fertile crop area. And if we're growing, that means that this... you know, so I will use some of it, actually. And I'll use it for a tree. This is probably... Oh, no, trees will block the power. I'm going to just use the fertile plots. Maybe I'll make this cycoid. Or how about... can we grow Devil Strand yet? That would actually be pretty good. That does take a long time to grow, so it would be nice to get the bonus. We have not researched it yet. I'll get hops going, though. And hopefully we'll have some, because I would like to get that brewery up and running soon. Oh, wait, if we can grow hops, does that mean we have beer brewing researched? No. We can grow hops, but no beer brewing. Let's see, and then cycoid here. Yeah, that's still too far. I will delete... I'll just disallow sowing for now. So we can still harvest what's grown and not just completely ignore it. We're not making a ton with cycoid yet. You know, I'd kind of like to see this be cycoid. Maybe expand the corn out here. Yeah, I'm just going to change this over to cycoid. Okay, and then we'll just expand this zone down here a bit. Get a little extra corn growing. Actually, let's do that. And, yeah, what the heck, this. Is roof covering any of this? No. Okay. Alright, so we got our crops a little bit closer to us. I did see another... Was this another tree one out here? Okay, yeah, also taking advantage of the fertile soil, which I guess I'm fine with. Cutting trees is not a frequent process. And then this, we'll just let this grow, and that'll be that. We'll be done with it, unless we expand up. So, Rachel. 6.4. Yeah, we're chipping away slowly. It's kind of a long walk, and this is in the way of the walk, and is no longer kind of makes sense given where our bases are at. So we're going to go and deconstruct all of that. Got Candy, our warg, wandering around, getting trained. Looks like Nash has a little bit more time now for the animal handling, which is good because he's okay at it. You know, I'm going to go ahead and hunt these animals that are nearby for no other reason than for some crafting materials. I would love to get the mining done, though. Phoenix, what are you up to? You're resting? Okay, that's fine. You're fairly low on the rest. But I would love to get this mining... I would love to get this room sealed off, because as you might remember, we have Overhead Mountain covering nearly half of it. I want to get this steel and then get it walled off, so we don't have to worry about the threat of an infestation. Got 3 animal sleeping spots. I think we need a few more than that. I mean, this will eventually become, hopefully, a nice-looking barn, but for now it's just going to be a spot close to the hospital and close to their food, and that'll be that. We'll get this marble chunk out of there when we can. McBride researching, about to finish beer brewing. And we're going to need wood for that, for the casks. And now McBride's going to pig out. Poor mood, my fiancé Steven died. Steven died a long time ago. And that's right, you guys were engaged. Someone's Phoenix doing a little hunting on our property. This is great. Love to see it happen near the base. You know, it's going to look a little silly, but we're going to expand it just to capture a little bit more of that fertile soil. Not for the potatoes, though. We have plenty of potatoes. But heel root we'll take more of gladly. Stockroom's filling up, which is another reason why we need to get this done, because we're going to have overflow here pretty soon. Got smithing that would love to get done. There's still animal taming, huh? Food binge for rain, because if you're a gourmand, that's fine. We actually have quite a few meals. 53 simples, 9 fine meals, and a package survival. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I've done this yet. We came into some package survivals. Where do they end up? I don't really want anyone eating those. So if we go to the assign tab, lavish, don't eat package survival for lavish. Or paste, obviously, either. That's already set. But for something like caravan, then we do want to allow... I'll have to keep an eye on that. I highly doubt we'll be left with nothing but lavish meals on a caravan and need those for survival. But if we did have those, they wouldn't eat them. Kind of wish they would ignore that on the road. Unless they were starving or something. But there's ways to manage it, and we're trying to do that. We still have these sleeping spots down here, which maybe I will move now. Once they wake up. Yeah, I don't really want them all the way down here. Kind of want them in their designated spot. Cleaning bot. Happy to have him. Thought he was destroyed a while back, but you can repair them. And it wasn't too expensive, so... Rain up here secretly eating a packaged survival meal. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. He snuck up way up here in this dark room to do it in secret, but he doesn't... He might not realize that we have a bird's eye view of everything. I hate that this blocks off access to these crops unless you go up here and down. But during the summers, the double walling is pretty crucial. Don't have anything to do with this other than, I mean, it's sort of just to help with insulation. It's roofed and indoors, that way the coolness from the freezer and the coolness of these bedrooms down here sort of can share some of that, or at least not be separated by a very hot area. This will be somewhat cooler than the outside temperature, so... Yeah. Okay, but beer brewing is done. So, this, which we don't have sowing allowed, we're going to change this over to hops. And we're going to allow sowing. And we will probably, I'm going to shrink the zone slightly. And maybe even one more. Because I want a path through here, but then I want the brewing station maybe down in this corner. Major break risk for Edouard. Yeah, Edouard had lost a toe recently. And you've maybe been drinking a little bit too much psychite. Lecter jumping into cook. It's fine. Oh, look at this. And all the steel is done. This is excellent. We're even getting some mining going over here. Right, so let's get this walled off as soon as possible. I'm just going to go ahead and use granite because we have a lot of it and I want to make sure we don't run out before it gets finished. So how do we do this in a way that minimizes the number of steps without blocking anyone off? That will work. We could put one here, here. We'll go ahead and reinstall these somewhere. I think here, for anyone kind of coming up the wall, it seems like they do that. And then another one. You know, I would love to tempt someone to open this Ancient Danger at some point. Like, we can... I would kind of like to... Let's see, before we do that, I'll just put one up here. I think we're almost ready to try and open this, but I would love to do it when someone else is around in case we need someone to kind of absorb some of the blows. One thing I was thinking was kind of weakening a wall so it's almost destroyed. Although, what would that do exactly? Oh, right. Weakening a wall so it's almost destroyed, and then maybe luring someone into a trap. So say... area revealed. Probably just a couple of cells, yeah. And we don't know where the overhead mountain is here. Man, we could still go another full layer and not be an overhead mountain. A little bit big for a barn, but maybe we could repurpose into maybe either expanding our hospital a bit out to here or something. But... and we got this open too, so I'm going to replace that with a door actually. And I think we have enough for a wooden door. Did that get put in there? No, okay. Right, so say we bashed on this with a weapon until it was almost destroyed. And then we maybe made like a serpentine thing here and here and let these doors open and put a trap right here. That would finish off the wall and blow it open, releasing anything inside. Now, it might just be crypto sleep caskets, in which case it's not going to be harmful to any attacker. But if it is filled with mechanoids, then they would, you know, go attack those guys. So I'll leave this here to kind of remind me. Something like that. But for now, I would kind of first like to clear out this barn a bit. The animals don't care if it's dark, so I'm not going to worry about lighting yet. Obviously, Phoenix is not enjoying it too much. But wart has rotted away. We picked that up a while ago. And oh, spoils in 2 hours. We probably should put it in the fridge. In fact, this is going to need... the brewery is going to need a decent amount of temperature control. The casks have a range where the beer will spoil if it's not kept in that range. It's a fairly big range, but given our heat, it could be challenging to... keep it in that range. And gunsmithing is finished. We already had that partially finished, if I'm not mistaken. And Hen and Rupert are sleeping in here. Okay, so this is a large zone. How am I going to... let's see, how do we want our brewery to look? Got our brewing station. I'm going to put the walls in last and kind of see how we want to lay this out. Because we want kind of a space to store the wort. And then a space to store the casks. No, sorry, a place to store the hops potentially that's at least indoors and roofed. Yes, so say that was... oh, we don't even have close to enough wood. Hopefully it lets me place it. Wall there, say you come in here. Let's see, I'm going to use the orders here. Say our bench was just right in the middle. Maybe we had a little section to the right for hop storage. Casks down here, perhaps. Yeah, you know, I'm almost certain that's being picked up on camera, and I apologize. I think I am needed. So I'm going to have to put a cut in here early. But we'll pick it up soon, and we'll come back next time, and maybe off camera I'll think about this brewery a little bit, see if I can come up with something that won't take up so much time, because I really haven't got a clean idea of what I want to do with this yet. So anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.